I know what they expected. They thought the pain would become my identity. They thought my failures would write my future. But every scar became a reminder that survival is a decision. I still remember nights when the silence had a heartbeat. Every thought inside my head was another reason I retreat. I wore a smile like armor, but underneath I was falling apart. I memorized everyone's expectations and forgot how to listen to my own heart. Every mirror felt like judgment, every dream felt too far away. People only saw me standing, they never watched me crawl through yesterday. I carried guilt that wasn't mine, held on to words I should've left behind. Built prisons with my memories, then wondered why I couldn't find the light. I kept asking, will this pain ever leave? But healing whispered, not until you believe. I refuse to become my past. I refuse to let my failures be my name. The road was dark, but I kept walking anyway. If the world remembers who I was, I'll remind myself who I'm becoming. The hardest chains were never made of steel, they were made from regret. And every what if I refused to release, fear kept knocking. I almost opened the door, anxiety kept writing stories that never even happened. I spent years fighting battles nobody could photograph. You can hide bruises beneath the hoodie, but you can't hide exhaustion from your soul. I watched people disappear, watched promises dissolve, watched trust become another language nobody around me could speak. Still, something inside me refused to die, not because life became easier, but because quitting stopped making sense. Maybe courage isn't walking without fear. Maybe courage is carrying fear and walking anyway. I refuse to become my past. My scars don't own tomorrow. Every chapter I survive proves the story isn't finished. I lost pieces of myself, but I found someone stronger. I stopped blaming the child who didn't know any better. Stop punishing the version of me who was only trying to survive. Some days healing looked like progress, other days healing looked like simply getting out of bed. Both counted, the mountains didn't disappear, I just became someone who could finally climb them. People asked, how did you become so strong? They never asked how many nights I almost surrendered. Strength isn't loud, sometimes strength is choosing another sunrise. If my past keeps calling, it can leave a message. I'm too busy building a future it was never invited into. I forgive not because they deserved it, because I deserve peace. To become my past. I refuse to let yesterday steal tomorrow. The wounds are still there, but they don't hold the pain anymore. I won't erase where I've been, I'll just refuse to live there again. Whoa. One day, someone will hear this and realize their past is a chapter, not the whole story. Keep walking, you're becoming someone. Your pain, I used to think forgiveness meant pretending it never happened, like covering broken glass with a rug and calling it a carpet. But every step still hurt, every memory still cut. I learned the deepest wounds don't disappear just because you stop bringing them up. I was carrying ghosts on my shoulders, talking to mistakes like they were family. Every regret had its own bedroom inside my mind, charging me rent with anxiety. I watched people clap when I started succeeding, but where were those hands when I was reaching for the ceiling? Funny how they celebrate survival, but disappear during the fight. Everybody loves the sunrise, nobody stays through the night. So I became my own reminder, my own reason not to quit. Even if my confidence was shaken, I refuse to bury it. I don't hate who I used to be, I just can't live there anymore. That version carried enough weight to sink 1,000 shores. He cried when nobody noticed, he smiled so nobody worried. He buried every emotion so deep that healing arrived years later. I forgive the kid who blamed himself for everything, who thought love had conditions, who believed pain was permanent. I know better now. Storms don't ask permission, they just arrive. But so does hope when you decide to stay alive. Every setback carved another lesson, every lesson changed my direction. I stopped asking, why did this happen? And started asking, what can I become because of it? I'm not chasing perfection anymore, I'm chasing peace. Not trying to erase yesterday, I'm trying to stop letting it repeat. Were never made of iron, they were built from every lie I accepted as my identity. You'll never change, you'll never heal, you're too damaged. Those voices got louder, so I became louder. Not with anger, with action. Every morning I got back up was another sentence written against my past. I'm proof that broken people can still build beautiful futures. I'm proof that failure doesn't get the final word. And if my story reaches somebody who's standing where I once stood, listen carefully. You are not your worst decision, you are not what they called you. You are not the nights you almost gave up. You're the reason tomorrow still has hope. So let the past keep talking. It no longer owns your name. I stopped visiting memories that only came to break me. Some people call it moving on, I call it finally breathing. I was addicted to regret, replaying every wrong decision, giving yesterday control over tomorrow's vision. The mirror wasn't my enemy, the lies inside my head were. I kept searching for acceptance, never realizing my worth. Now every scar reminds me I survived another war. The same pain that tried to bury me built the person standing here. The devil kept a notebook filled with everything I'd done. He whispered every failure like the battle had been won. And grace walked in quietly, never raising its voice. It simply reminded me that healing is a choice. I don't need a perfect story, I don't need a perfect name. I just need enough courage to keep walking through the flames. Oh, there were nights I questioned heaven, wondered if you heard my cries. Every prayer felt unanswered, every dream was left to die. But maybe you were building the strength I couldn't see, preparing me for mountains that would have buried the old me. Now I understand the silence wasn't proof that you were gone. You were teaching me to stand when I felt too weak to carry on. Everybody loves the comeback, nobody loves the climb. Nobody posts the lonely nights or all the tears behind. Success isn't one big moment, it's choosing not to quit. It's dragging broken confidence across another bridge. If courage had a heartbeat, it would sound just like mine. Still afraid, still moving, one step at a time. I buried pieces of myself trying to make people stay. Lost my own reflection while giving mine away. Now I'm collecting every fragment, learning who I really am. Turns out the strongest version of me was hidden in the damage. Pain became my teacher, grace became my guide. The person I was searching for was growing all this time. I quit asking for easy, easy never changed me. The valleys taught me lessons that comfort couldn't teach me. Pressure built endurance, heartbreak built compassion. Loneliness taught me how to hear my own convictions. If this road made me stronger, then every tear had meaning. The hardest chapters of my life became the start of healing. I remember every promise that somebody never kept. I remember all the nights I cried instead of slept. But I also remember the mornings I survived, the days I chose forgiveness instead of saying goodbye. The world may know my history was perfectly okay. They don't get to decide what tomorrow has to say. I'm standing where they owe me. Never thought I'd ever stand. Not because life got easier, because I changed the man. Fear still knows my address, pain still calls my phone. I just don't let either one tell me where to go. This isn't just survival, this is freedom finally. They judge the chapters before they read the ending. Turn my lowest moments into permanent opinions. I almost believed them, almost wore their labels. Then I remember giants I built beneath the pressure. I don't need applause to prove I'm growing. Some victories happen when nobody is looking. Every quiet decision to keep moving forward is another victory the darkness can't afford. I kept asking, why did this happen to me? Until one morning the question finally changed. What if this pain is preparing someone else to hear my story and believe they can change? Maybe my scars were never meant to embarrass me. Maybe they're evidence that healing is possible. The version of me that almost gave up wouldn't recognize me now, not because I'm perfect, because I finally stopped running from my reflection. I shook hands with my failures, made peace with my regrets, turned every closed door into another reason to keep knocking. Now every heartbeat feels like another chance the past never wanted me to have. I don't wake up fearless, I wake up and choose courage anyway. There's a difference, bravery isn't the absence of pain, it's refusing to let pain choose your direction. Some mornings hope is loud, other mornings hope is simply getting out of bed. Both are victories. I carried shame like it was part of my name. Introduced myself through everything I lost. Forgot I was created for something greater than every mistake I've ever made. The chains fell off long before I noticed. Freedom usually arrives quietly. People only celebrate the mountain view, nobody celebrates the bleeding feet that climbed it. Every setback left another scar, every scar left another lesson. Every lesson built another version of me that pain couldn't recognize. The enemy wanted my story to end in the middle. God kept writing another chapter. Every time I thought it was over, grace whispered, turn the page. So I did, and everything changed. And everything changed. I've buried enough dreams to know what hopeless feels like. I've watched doors close without an explanation. I've loved people who forgot my name the moment I stopped being useful. But none of that gets to decide who I become. Not anymore, not anymore, not anymore, not anymore. Some people inherit fortunes. I inherited survival, the kind you earn one sleepless night at a time, the kind nobody applauds, the kind that teaches you how to stand when your knees wanna surrender. That's the strength money can't buy. If my past is still watching, I hope it sees this. The kid who cried behind locked doors now speaks without fear. The heart that almost stopped believing now beats with purpose. The soul that once begged for another chance became the proof that broken beginnings can still create beautiful endings.